Hi everyone, and thank you for watching my new video. I'm Marjolein, I'm a fluid artist from the Netherlands, and from my art studio I would like to show you what I do. And today I'm making a resin top coat on a painting. This will be the third time that I will ever do it, but there is a painting and I will show it here. This painting is my Wicked themed painting. You can find the creation video there. But this one dried weird. You can see here, maybe you can see it. Can you see it there? There are a lot of holes in it, pinholes there. There are a lot of holes in it. So I do not like it like this, and this happens when you paint over another painting. So that's why I never do that ever again. But this one I did. Now I just discovered the resin top coat, and then you get one even layer on top. There are a few things that you have to think about. The gold spray paint will be a little bit dull. It will not be shiny, but there is not much gold spray paint in here because it's only here, and there is some silver. Yeah, and it's really hard. But I think it will save this painting. So let's try to save this nice painting. I really love the colors. I really love the swiping and the design, but I do not like those holes. And I will remove the wax seal. And there's also an experiment that I want to do is when I lay this wax seal on the wet resin, and then it's stuck in there forever. So it cannot get loose. And you will see me set up this tent. This is my resin tent. I will call it my resin tent. This is a tent for, I'm not sure, it's a kind of greenhouse or something. I can also get started with growing tomatoes or something. I will use this for my resin because there are a lot of flies in my studio and dust and hairs from my cat. So that's why I use this, and I'm using the resin from this brand. This is the resin that I will use. It's from MrBoat. This is what I use in this video. So first I have to figure out how much resin I will need for this size of canvas. So there is a nice calculator on the website of MrBoat, so you can really calculate it how much resin you need. So and I will mix it, but I first have to set up my tent, and I think it will be hilarious. No, I don't know. It's already there in 3 parts, but I have to make my table ready for resin. So let's do that first, and I will see you over there. This is everything that I will use for this resin top coat. You can see here the painting, you can see it much better. You can see all those holes. Look at that, it's really ugly. So I really hope I can save this painting to make it really nice. I need this. This is the epoxy resin. This is from MrBoat. You can see here. I'm not sure, it's only in here in Dutch, but this is what I use. I use stirring sticks and cups to measure and stir it, and gloves. So let's start and put on this tent. You can see here this one. Maybe you can make a photo and use Google Lens if you want to have the same one. This is from Amazon. Yeah, let's set up this tent. And I will use tape to tape these puppy pads on my table because I do not want them to move. Let's see. The last time I taped it not on this part, so there's all resin here on my table, and there was paint underneath, so I had paint and then resin top coat on my table, so now I cannot remove the paint anymore. So let's cover the complete table on this side. So I think it's time to prep my canvas first, because when that big tent is here on my table, I cannot do anything. So I will prep my canvas. The only thing that I do is tape the back and use the large push pin so I can grab it better from my table, and otherwise it gets stuck on the table. And if you have some more tips, please let me know in the description, in the comments, because this is all new for me. But I really love to explore new things and learn new things, so I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and then I just get started and we'll see what will happen. And I have enough paintings like this that are not good enough to sell, but I really don't like to throw them away, so let's give them another life. The canvas is a little bit loose because when you paint and then everything dries and then it stands here in your studio, it will get a little bit loose. So that's why I use my hammer and hammer in those wedges again, so it will be tightened more. So now it's all. Now it's much better. This is my box from my Australian float roll. Let's cut off those flaps and I will use them in this painting, but I will show you. And to prevent the middle part to sink to the bottom, sink a little bit, make a hole there, I prepared this. This is a canvas and I will hammer in those large pushpins that are also in this canvas. And I will put it underneath here in the middle. And you can see now it's a little bit higher. And now I will cut out some cardboard and I put it underneath this pushpins. And I will do that on all the 4 sides. Let's use it like this. Let's see. So now you can feel that you cannot push your hand down because there is something underneath it, keeps it up. And I think this is perfect. Let's remove the stamp. So you can see here what I glued it with this stuff, but it will be returned on the same place. So look, that's gone. So now it's time to clean the canvas. I will clean the canvas with alcohol. Here, this is 96% alcohol, and I will use this to clean the surface of this, because when you touch it with your hand there is some grease on it, and then the resin will not work there, so you get a hole in there or some dimples or weird looking things. You do not want that, so I will clean it with this alcohol and on a paper towel. On my previous painting I used alcohol mixed with water, but I'm not sure why those edges are weird, so maybe it wasn't clean enough. So I will use this straight from this bottle. And don't forget the sides. So I think this looks perfect now. I will let it dry for just a few seconds because it's really fast dry because it's alcohol. And the edges. So now it's clean. And let's figure out how much resin that I need for this painting and set up my tent. And one important thing, let's see if it's level. it is level enough. Let's see, on the website of MrBoat you can find exactly what you need. So there is a tool here, and this is 40 by 50, and I want 2 millimeters, and then I need 478 milliliters. Let's mix it. Yes, let's mix it first, and then I will set up my tent and start with the resin. And this way you can see me, otherwise there is a big tent here. I need a scale for this. And I hope you can see me here on this side. And this cup on. Let's shake it. 0 grams. Let's open the bottle. Oh, I really hate those things. Yes. Where's my phone? It's there. All right, let's write it down so I can use my phone for other things. All right, I need 1.478 319 0159 hardener. So this is the resin and the hardener. So I can use my phone to show you. I need 319 of this resin. Let's pour it in here and you can see it there. 319. I think it's way too much. So I can make another project maybe. No, 18. 19. And put it on 0 because then I need 0.159. Yes, precisely. Which one was on which one? I have another one of the resin. And on the resin is the white one. The resin, this one is the white one. And this one is the black one. And now I will stir this resin for about 3, 4, or 5 minutes. And for this resin you do not need a breathing mask or some face protection because this resin is not chemical or something. It was on the website. I've searched on the website of the MrBoat, and for this resin you do not need any face mask. But I did put on my ventilation system and my doors open. So let's set up this tent. This can be sit in here for a few minutes so all the air bubbles can come out. So I will leave it here. And I will tape this tent on my table so there are no flies coming underneath it. So this tent is now completely prepped, or my table is prepped, my canvas is prepped, so let's use the resin. Look, there's all tape everywhere here, and even this corner here is taped. Everything is taped, and you can see here, I have a zipper here, and I will tape it later when it's completely done. Then I will zip it and I will tape it, and here's everything. I will use it like this, so I can have my both hands, I can use them in this tent, and then I can close up this tent and let it dry. So let's start. And look at this resin, it's so clear and so liquid, but that really works so nice. But I think it's way too much, but I do not have any other painting that I can resin, so maybe I only have this part here left over, so I can make a small one there. Maybe. Let's see if there are some things in it. I saw just a black thing there. So I will remove this. Can you see it there? Maybe. There is a black thing there. I will remove it. So I am here, but I will film it with this camera here so you can see it. And then you can hear me talking, but you cannot see me here because there is a big tent here on my table. Let's put on this other glove. So let's pour on this resin. Let's see, there is some dust. Let's see. I will use my hands to spread the resin. It's warm. It's always so funny when it's warm. It's a really chemical reaction. Am I filming? Yes. Let's see. I cannot see. It's really good, but I'll pour it on here. There is so much left, but I will spread it with my hands. I cannot lift off my camera now, so this is the shot that you have. And it's self-leveling, so if you have on one part more than on the other part, it will level itself. And on the sides. On the corners. That was my head against the camera. The back side I have to I cannot see it, so I have to feel it if there's resin everywhere. I think I just covered the whole sides. This, and then go underneath so there are no drips underneath it. And now I will use my torch, but I will remove my hand glove because otherwise my torch is under the resin. There are a lot of air bubbles. All right, let's lay this thing on the resin here. There. Let's see if it's stuck there. And now check if there is anything on in the paint. I see some air bubbles there. There's something there, but I cannot see it. So I will leave it like this. I will close up this curtain here, but there is some resin left, so maybe I can do another project now, but first I will rezip this. So the first layer of resin is on and I have a little bit left, so let's search for another project, but it has to be really small because there is just a small space left there. But I'm not sure I have anything 20 by 20 or 30 by 30, maybe that one, but no. Let's search for something. So everything was set up for my next painting. I everything, and now this is already hard. It's so hot. I'm not sure it's good. I think it's really hot, and it's already, look, it's 5 minutes. Is that okay? Now I can throw this away now. I have a big hard thing, round thing of resin. And now it's on my floor. Oh, it's really hot here, so I will quit for today. I resined this one, so I think it's already dry then. And I don't know. So it's a day later now, and I think my resin is dry. So let's pack this tent back up in this box, and we will see how the painting looks. And I think when I think it looks amazing. So let's see. Let's do this. And I think it's glued on the table. But I really love how it looks. There are two minor things that I do not like, but it's fixable. You can sand it and you can make another thin layer of resin over it. There is a dimple here or something in it there. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a hole. Maybe there was still one air bubble there, and there is a little hair. But I will want to show you how it looks, and it looks amazing. And I think I saved this painting because you cannot feel the holes anymore. You see them, but you cannot feel them. So look, this is really stuck in here now. It really looks great. And there is that little weird dimple there. You can see it, the light hits it, you can see it there. So, but that's fixable. And there was a hair somewhere there, but you cannot see it, right? Let's see, look, it is, and you can see here the holes, but you cannot feel them. It's completely, you can see the lights on it, hits it on it. This one is perfect. So the third time that I did it, and it's really amazing. And the sides are perfect covered. This is really, I did a good job. I'm proud of myself. Let's see, let's remove the tape from the back. And first I will have to remove it from the table because this is all stuck and glued on the table. So the push pins are really glued on this carbon thing, and let's try to remove it with two hands. And then I can remove the tape from the back, and then it's done. The push pin stays. Look at that, the pushpin is still stuck to this thing here. Oh, and everything comes off. Let's see. There it is. And this thing works. And you can see there is a lot of resin on the back, and on there are drippings. You can see, you can feel those drippings here. To remove this tape you need your blow dryer, so you can heat it up a little bit and then you can easily remove the tape. Look, this is how it looks now. You can see here those things are really hard. You cannot get this tape off because there is a layer of resin there. So let's heat it up a little bit and try to remove the tape. Look at those big things. Look, you can, it's impossible. Let's use the blow dryer for that. And I will use this on the hottest setting. This is the coldest I use for when I make a Dutch pour and I blow out the paint. But when I remove the resin, I need the hottest setting. And yes, let's try it. First I remove the push pins. So all the tape is off and now it looks amazing. Look at the shine of this one. It looks like there is a plate of glass. I really love it. I really love resin, and it is a little bit difficult, but when you do it a lot of times, you learn. Every time you learn to do it better. So this was my third time. The first time is there, the second time is this one, and this one is really better than that one. But I think it will need another coat of resin, but I will do that another time, and then I can coat this one and that one again. I can do that in one session. So, but I really would like to show you how I resin a piece. I love it. I will show you the close-up. So look how this shines. Look, I love it. I love it. And the gold spray paint is a little bit dull, but you can see it. And it needs another layer, I told you, but I will do that another time. But for now, it looks great. Look. So, and look at the back, it's also nice. And that brings me to the end of this video. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you next time. And maybe I'll do another resin how-to video one day. But this one is just perfect. And I will hang it in my room, and I really saved it from throwing away because I think it looks nice. It looks a little bit like a landscape or something. It's not, you cannot see it anymore. It's not, you can see it, but you cannot see it. That's weird, I know. I love it. And this is the end of this video. And if you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. And as I always say in Dutch, houdoe.